this is Jeff Weakley for Kayak Fishing Fun. I'm here in Jensen Beach, Florida at Native Water Sports with my friend Ted Nielander.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you, Ted.
You too.
Love coming to Ted's shop. He's always got some of the latest and greatest in kayak fishing craft. And this is one that caught my eye. This is the Crescent K craft.
Correct.
Let's talk about this. It's a little something different here. It looks like a little mix of paddleboard, mix of kayak.
Yep. It's a half and half hybrid. Can use it with the kayak paddle or a SUV paddle. Or a motor even.
Kind of a stand and sit sort of versatile platform.
Yep.
Now I know stability was a big point when they designed this boat. Talk to me about the hull shape.
Right.
What's on the bottom of this?
So basically kind of a pontoon hull, but they added a keel down the middle line, which basically helps it in tracking. The wind shouldn't blow it around. It's very low profile, so you've got a nice sturdy platform, which is nice. You can get from a lot of kayaks, but they're really big and heavy.
Yeah.
So this is 60 pounds. This is something you can throw in the car, throw in the back of the truck and have a nice lightweight, but you can still stand up.
That's an excellent point. And it's rotomolded polyethylene, so it's very durable.
Right.
And at first glance, it looks pretty simple, but they've molded in some pretty interesting little components here. Up at the bow, that's a provision for a paddle park.
Right, yeah, you've got a couple different options here. This is it can be a paddle park for kayak paddle or SUP. This is more of an SUP paddle park. You can be standing up and put your paddle, but you don't have to put it down on the floor to take a cast and use your sight fishing or something like that. But you've got a couple of different options here. So, for depending on how you're using it, different options. And underneath this is actually built in a little cubby storage.
There you go.
You've got some internal storage.
And that's totally watertight. Nothing on this boat leads into the hull itself. They've kind of made a point of that.
Right.
Well, I like this. I'm seeing there's an EVA foam pad system on here. Does this come with the boat? Is this something they designed into it?
Yep, they did. They actually had it all designed specially for this boat. Everyone comes with the pad. So different colors might come with a different color pad, but you've got, this is the sea foam with the Teak. Looks really nice.
It's going to feel good on the feet and non-slip when you're standing up to make a cast.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's sound dampening, it's more grip, it's, you'd be very slippery if you don't have the pads on there.
Yeah, I like the idea too, if you set down like a lure on the deck or a reel or something, it's not gonna make that loud rap that might spook a snook or spook a bass.
It's skating water, that's real important.
Yeah, for sure. And now, speaking of like laying rods and things down, I noticed they've got a couple little molded channels here. Presumably this is a rod staging system?
Yeah, the rods can lay up there. This isn't here. You can, lay rods under here and secure them while you're traveling. Just lay a couple rods. It's nice to have your rods right where you can grab them quick.
Yeah, and you can run rod holders really anywhere because they've got track mount forward and aft on this boat.
Yep, or put a crate, whatever on the back. I have a cooler with rod holders on it.
I like this cooler. I was going to ask you about that. So it's got Crescent brand on here. This made by Crescent?
They developed their own cooler. They said they were actually having all these people asking what size coolers would fit in their boats. So they said, well, we'll make a cooler that fits all of them. But it's very nice quality, and it's got the strapping down system, a seat pad on the top.
Very cool.
So it's a serious cooler.
And they've also, I also see that they've got some bolt positions up here. They'll put like a forward leaner on there.
Right, yeah, so there's a little cage. There's a couple versions. There's a low cage that can hold like a cooler. There's also one with a standing bar, so you can stand and lean on that while you're fly fishing, or maybe you're running with a motor. So you can just bolt that on there in a few minutes, and you've got a full microskiff situation.
Yeah, and that you can order this in two different packages?
Right. So the starter package just comes with the regular kayak seat. So you could probably paddle that with a kayak paddle, but I kind of like the Skiff version. It has a little more options with the standing bar, the cooler, and a reinforced metal plate on the back for motor.
Yeah, speaking of the motors, what would somebody add to this boat? What's electric motors back there? Yeah,
anything from like a little Bixby or a Torpedo. Newport Vessels has a little outboard, electric outboard.
Is this pretty well ready to install things? Would you have to drill much on here to put a motor on?
It's got
what would you do?
Power pole mounts already set up there. You just basically have to bolt it on there. It's pretty much grab and go. You could have these, most of the time when we do these motors, they're on and off in 1 minute.
Very cool. And now I know the hull is built to be totally watertight. They don't have a lot of access points on here, but if you needed to get in here, it looks like they've got a position back there where you can cut out a deck plate if you want to add one.
They've got a circle you can cut and throw a deck plate in there, or access inside if need to.
Well, Ted, when I look at this, I think about a lot of the waters that you and I fish around here. This thing looks like it'd be great for getting up and fishing the flats in the Indian River Lagoon, maybe going down to the Keys.
Oh yeah, yeah, if it lives in the flats or even maybe back in the mangroves.
Yeah.
It's got very shallow draft. And so it'll just go just about anywhere you want it, you can go.
Nice on shoaly rivers too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's great to catch up with you. It's great to have a look at this boat. It looks like Crescent's really brought out a great example of ingenuity and simplicity and versatility for the
we were excited about it. It's pretty cool.
Hybrid. I think it's going to be a standout.
Yep.